Hey guys, Plant-Based Gabriel here, and today I want to talk a little bit about how I was able to lose 100 pounds. Now, with my background being in animal science and agriculture, you might think that I followed one of the animal-based fad diets such as the ketogenic diet, the low-carb diet, the Atkins diet, intermittent fasting, and that's not to say I didn't try all of them, because I did, but with no success. I would either lose a little bit of weight and gain it all back, or I would gain weight, which led me incredibly frustrated, as you can imagine. Now, I might also get questions like, oh, didn't you just work it off, like exercising, running, jogging, lifting weights? And unfortunately, I was unable to do any exercising while I was losing the weight, and that's because I suffered a career-ending back injury, which led me to the point where I had gained excess weight and I was unable to exercise. And due to the back surgery, I was really only able to walk to and from, say, the bathroom or kitchen once or twice a day, and that was the extent of my exercising ability. So what all of these things led me to was discovering a whole food plant-based diet focused on eating high carbohydrate and low fat plant foods. Now that might sound kind of daunting to you, but really all it boils down to is I was eating whole plant foods, fruits, vegetables, legumes, starches, as close to the natural form, as close as you could take it from picking off the tree or pulling it from the ground. I tried to eat it. Now, how to make that real life applicable, what it looked like for me was really trying to eat starchy foods as the base of my meal. Those foods like rice and quinoa, oats, potatoes, sweet potatoes, legumes like beans, peas, and lentils. Those were the base of my meals. But I found that as I was trying to lose weight, an even better way for me to eat those foods was after I had had some non-starchy vegetables, such as celery. You look at green leafy vegetables like spinach and kale and collards and Swiss chard. Foods like that are full of fiber, full of those great nutrients and minerals, but not so full of calories, so that they were able to help fill me up a little bit before I went on to my main meal. What that looked like was really simple. I would have some celery and some low-fat peanut butter that I made before I would move on to my breakfast of a bowl of oatmeal. And I found that that helped me just allow me to eat one bowl of oatmeal and feel full instead of maybe having 3 or 4. And then for lunch and dinner, I would start lunch and dinner with a nice big salad. Now for me, it was 8 ounces and 8 ounces. For you, if you have a smaller build, if you're just not used to intaking that much food, it might be 4 ounces and 4 ounces. But whatever it was, I had a salad with an oil-free dressing, and I would eat that before I moved on to my main meal. I found that helped fill me up a little bit and helped me get things moving, because as someone who had eaten pretty much a full animal-based diet, my digestion system was totally out of whack, and so adding in those high fiber foods helped to regulate a lot of things, which I'm sure some of you have already experienced if you're trying out this whole food plant-based diet. So I would really focus on those, and then I would, the salads or the non-starchy vegetables, and then I would move to the starch-based meal, and that would be some sweet potatoes sometimes, maybe some rice and beans and some salsa or some tostadas. Really a lot. You look at the high carbohydrate, low-fat foods, there are a ton. Now I will mention I did limit and or exclude those high-fat plant foods such as nuts, seeds, and avocados. And that is something that I recommend you do too if you're looking to lose weight on this diet. Now, once you've reached that ideal body weight, you might try adding some back in, right? I have some guacamole, I'll have a few nuts in a dessert or a few other recipes, but I don't overdo it, and if I find that I am overdoing it and I feel like I'm gaining some weight back, then I know where to start by excluding those or cutting them down a little bit. Those have been some really great tips and tricks that I've used to help me lose 100 pounds, to help my family, my mom, dad, and sister all lose over 50 pounds, some even more. And I hope they really help you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you want to know more, please let me know anything down in the comment section below. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. And as always, this video, all my past recipes and future can be found at plantbasedgabriel.com. I am Plant-Based Gabriel, hoping that I see you guys very, very soon.